Hey guys, it's me, Missy.
That's me, Rodney.
And we're live. It's December 1st, so it's officially Christmas, right? Even though it's been Christmas for us for a couple of weeks since November.
Yep.
But in today's video, we're going to make some gingerbread houses that I'm super excited about. And what I'm going to do is explain to you the difference between two different stains that Dixie Belle offers and that you might have fun experimenting with. And so I have 2 blocks of wood in front of me. This one is cut into a house for the gingerbread, and this one's just a scrap piece because I'm going to use the No Pain gel stain, and it is oil-based, and it does kind of have a smell, so I don't want to use a bunch of it inside the house because normally I take this outside. So if you do use the No Pain gel stain, you do want to have a ventilated area.
It is a VOC. It does have vapor organic compounds.
Right, but it's an amazing gel stain. It's really easy to use, and I'm going to show you that. And then we're also going to be using Dixie Belle's Voodoo gel stain, and this is a water-based gel stain, so you can use this inside no problem. It doesn't have any smells or anything like that. But both products give you great results, but they give you 2 different results. So I'm just going to show you the difference between the two, and then we'll get started on making some gingerbread houses, and we'll use both because I have a set of the stained already in the No Pain gel stain already stained up and ready to go. Okay, so we'll start with the No Pain gel stain real quick. So I'm just going to open the can, and this, you know, I use this stain a lot on furniture, and it goes. And I do it on the block sitters too. So if you order the blocks, the 5x5 blocks, they're already pre-stained in this walnut gel stain. This is the stain I use for those. So I am going to throw some gloves on so I don't get stain all over my hands.
Because the No Pain gel stain will, it's a little harder to wash off than Voodoo is water-based, so it's really easy.
It comes off no problem. Okay, so this is the gel stain. So you can you see it really good that it's gel?
Yeah, you can see that it's gel.
Yeah, and then definitely on the lid, right? So it does have a smell, and all I'm using is an old towel that we have that I just cut up into pieces because I just throw all these away. I don't never keep them or anything like that. And all you have to do is put a little bit on your rag and then wipe. And I just go, and with like furniture and stuff, you want to go with the grain of the wood. But yeah, it's that simple. And then if you're wanting it to be darker than what you got here, you can come back in about 6 hours and apply your second coat to that. It's really easy to build up, wipe on, wipe off. That's it. And it looks really pretty.
Walnut's one of our favorite colors. Everything we have is
done in walnut. But like I said, it does have the stain smell because it is oil-based. So you do want to be in a well-ventilated area for that. I'm just going to set that to the side.
Make sure you wipe your hair.
Yeah.
Just so you got some on your hands there for a second.
But yeah, so it's really pretty. It's a really pretty stain. And Dixie Belle does have some other colors. So if this is too dark for you, they have other colors. Is which you can find that on our website. But that's the No Pain gel stain, and it's really easy. Wipe it on, wipe it back off, and then there's your stained wood.
You should let it cure for a while too.
Yeah, you definitely want to. Yeah, I mean that's why the boards that I have that are already done in the gel stain, I did those and just let them sit for about 24 hours before I did anything with them. It's just easier.
So if you guys notice along the edge right here, how it's got that darker part, that's where the different grain of the wood picks it up differently.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like the way that looks, you can buy what's called a wood conditioner or a stain conditioner or a wood conditioner and apply it first and then put your stain on there, and it'll give you really even results. We happen to like the grain variation. So
I like it when it grabs it, yeah.
We never really use wood conditioner.
I like how it grabs it. Grabs the the grain of the wood. Okay, so this is the Voodoo gel stain. So it's water based. So it's a lot thinner. It comes in this easy squirt bottle. One thing you want to do is just make sure you shake it up really well. On the no pain gel stain, you don't have to do anything with that. You don't thin it, you don't anything. It's just gel, so you just wipe it on. But this is liquid, but it has no smells, and it cleans up with water. So, for example, like if you put it on here and then you want it to be lighter than what it actually is, you can use a wet rag to wipe it back off. Like water will take it. It's not going to take it all the way off. You would have to sand it all the way down to the bare wood if, you know, it got dry. But like you can layer this on, but you have to be careful in your strokes and where you wipe it off, because it's water-based. Water is just going to take it right back off.
Yep.
So all I'm going to do on this piece is pour it on here. And again, I'm just using an old towel that I have, and I just wipe it on. So it goes a lot different than the other one.
And it's going to give you a lighter color too.
It doesn't have that richness that the oil stain has.
And that's because it doesn't penetrate the wood as much as the oil-based stain. It kind of just sits on the surface where oil-based gets down into the grain itself. It
would take more elbow grease to sand the stain off of this than it would to sand this off.
But it's safe for use indoors because
so
it's VOC free.
Yeah, if you're an indoor crafter and you just want to stain, this would be the one to go with, because it's really easy to work with. It's really easy to clean up. And there's just no smells. It won't overpower your house.
All right, our chat just came in, and it all came in at once. Good morning, Lorna. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning.
Good morning, Karen, Kathy, Claire. Tina says she loves the color.
Yeah, I love the color. It's my favorite.
I don't know why our chat was delayed, but it happens apparently. I didn't change any settings or anything.
Your end grain is always going to take more stain than anything.
And you can use a paintbrush on your end grain.
Yeah.
And that'll get it down into the white spots that are left.
You can use a paintbrush on this with the Voodoo gel stain too. And then wash it. You're not going to lose your brush or anything. You don't have to do any crazy things to it to save it. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. This is Tobacco Road, which they don't make it. I mean, they all have.
It's all in those bottles.
Yeah, they their names are all different. Like it won't say walnut, so I don't guess it's comparable to walnut, but it's still brown. It's the brownest brown in the Voodoo gel stain.
Right. Tina, they don't have a cherry color in the Voodoo.
Not in the Voodoo. They have black.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah. They have a green one that's really fun. They have a blue, like a blue jean color looking one.
Yeah, so they have Black Magic, which is a black, Spanish Moss, which is a type of green.
It's really pretty.
Al Natural, which is a tannish color, almost like an oak color, basically.
Yeah, real light.
Yeah, it's really light.
Really light.
Temptress, which is a teal color, kind of like our bags at the store.
I forgot about that one.
Denim, which is the same color as blue jeans. Up in Smoke, which is a gray Voodoo gel stain. White Moss, which is white. That's how you get it gives you a great whitewash result with a stain. And then there's Tobacco Road, which is what we're using now.
Which we use today. So that's the difference between the two stains, is which I have two houses, right? So one's just richer than the other. And and darker, I think. But they both give you a matte finish. They're not, you know.
No. Voodoo dries really fast too,
yes,
guys.
This one dries faster, so your work time, you can, you know, work with it a lot faster. This, you got to wait at least 6 hours, I think, before you could actually do anything with it, because you want it to be dry and soaked into the wood.
Yeah, it's not fully cured for 72 hours.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't had any problem with like bleed through when I painted white on top of this, and I know I won't have any trouble with this one, because we are going to use the Dixie Belle chalk paint on top of it. But for each of these surfaces, neither one we really need water with, because we're just doing detail painting. So, and we don't have to seal them up before we go to paint. Like, you can seal it up after you go and paint on top of these. So that is the difference between the two stains, the Voodoo gel stain and then the Dixie Belle no paint gel stain. I just kind of wanted to show y'all that. So if you're, you know, wanting to branch into adding this kind of stuff to your crafting or whatever, you have two choices. Both products are great. Both last a long time, and both are easy to use.
Yep, and you'll get a more even appearance with the Voodoo gel stain compared to the no paint. See how there's no really grain variation in in between the two pieces of wood. So I mean, it works out really well.
Yeah, they both work really well. But if you have any more questions about that, just let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. I use both products all the time, so especially on this kind of stuff, with the wood stuff, and especially on furniture. If I sand down the top of a piece of furniture, more than likely I go through and use the no paint gel stain. But I have done a little end table where I use the Tobacco Road.
We actually go through Tobacco Road itself quite a bit.
If you ever like, you know how you see people do dry brush technique, and then I've done a dry brush technique with Tobacco Road where I just use a chip brush, and then I just put a little bit on there, wipe it off, and then I go through and just dry brush, so that way it has the layered brown that you're looking for. Yeah.
Almost like a glaze, but not as glazy.
But not as glazy. This is thin and thinner than the chalk paint. It's thin, and then the gel stain is gel stain. It's gel.
It's super thick, and it goes. They both go. The gel stain goes a long way.
The gel stain will last you a long time, especially if you're just doing stuff like this. My first can of gel stain lasted me
several tops in the fronts of drawers on several different projects.
Yeah, multiple dressers and everything like that. I've used it a lot, and that was my first can. I've had it forever. This will be my second can. Now I have went through a couple of these for sure.
4 or 5.
Yeah, but either way, good products. If you're interested in trying either one out, we have them available.
And our project today is gingerbread houses. I call one of them burnt gingerbread, and the other one's regular gingerbread.
This is a little bit darker. This one's toasted. So this is, if I cooked it, it would look more like this. If Rodney cooked it, it would look more like this. I am not the cook. Okay, so gingerbread houses.
And hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know we did.
Yes, we did. It was nice.
We were off some extra days, which is always a positive.
I'm going to start out with these, and I'm going to let these dry up a little bit more. The two are dry, but the third one that I just did is still a little bit. But I'm going to start out with these, painting these up, and I'll show you how I kind of did the gingerbread house. So I'm going to use Dixie Belle's cotton. And as far as paintbrushes go, I just have all of these tiny brushes that I don't know where they came from.
Walmart.
Walmart, probably.
They came from Walmart.
Yeah, they're nothing
Tina
fancy
said both colors
like
are perfect for gingerbread houses.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they could go either which way. Which is a little bit lighter than the other, but I think they both look good. Okay, so I am not the best hand painter. So you just have to work with me on that. But I don't really have like a plan for what I'm doing. I'm just wanting to make it into a little gingerbread house while using Dixie Belle products.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put snow up at the top, and then probably a door, a window. So let's just wing it and just go with it. Trying to figure out what brush I want to use.
Probably a stiff one.
Yeah.
The stiffer, the better.
Yeah. And I'm going to paint right out of the can, and I probably shouldn't do that either. Do I have that little one over there that I usually keep?
No.
I bet I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope. It's gemstone mousse.
Dang. It's okay.
Which
it's
is probably
okay.
hard as a rock.
Probably so.
Gemstone mousse was discontinued, and I think it was because it gets hard in the container.
It's all right. We'll just
Hey, Tamitha.
Tamitha.
She said hello.
Hello, hello.
She said hello.
Did she get her trains?
Did you get your trains yet?
I just thought about it. But I can't remember when we shipped them.
3 days ago. Monday, I thought. Tuesday? I can't remember when we shipped them either.
I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go through it. The first stroke's always I'm always the most nervous about. Because I'm like, well, once I do it, that's it. That's where I'm going.
And I try to let her know, you don't have to be perfect with this stuff, because this is where handmade comes in. You want it to have the handmade appearance.
That's what he says.
If we wanted it perfect, she did get them.
Good, good.
She knows a 4-year-old who's going to be so excited.
Good. So I'm just gonna make a door.
But yeah, I told her they don't have to be perfect. If you want perfect, then you would just buy stencils and not freehand anything ever.
Right.
And it takes the individuality out of the piece, I think. Yes, Kathy's right. Perfect only comes if you use machines. We love handmade. She's right.
She's right. It'll just...
And there's a time and place for perfect, but this kind of stuff is not.
All right, there's my door.
It needs a knob.
I know. And then I'm going to do a window. I'm going to kind of make it arched.
Your hand is shaking. You look nervous.
I don't have a steady hand. I don't. That's why.
Some multiple cups of coffee this morning.
That probably. I don't have a steady hand. I'm trying to decide how big I want it to be.
Also, guys, if you like drinking energy drinks, this new Red Bull pear cinnamon, it's actually pretty good. Missy disagrees, but I think it's pretty good.
It's gross.
It's not as good as peach nectarine, but it's pretty good.
I'm going to tell you not to drink them. They're bad for you.
In moderation.
Of course. All right, there's one window. I'm going to come over here and do my next window.
Handmade creates wonderful memories, Tamitha said.
It does.
And I think this would be a fun project to sit down with some kids and do too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I went ahead and cut some extra wood blocks, like 10 sets. 10 sets. So if anybody's interested, I did put them on our website, and link is in the description.
So you can get you some handmade gingerbread houses
without having to cut them yourself. Which I thought my saw was tore up, but it turned out that it was trying the blade stop, so that to loosen it, it's got this thing that goes down and stops it from spinning, so you can loosen the blade and take it off. So, do what?
I was thinking I was gonna do a circle here.
Oh, circle window.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And the blade stop was trying to engage against the saw itself, so it was making me think it was tore up. Tabitha said, "This is a great girl Boy Scout project."
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I watched this thing about painting perfect circles, and apparently it's pretty hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
But then there's this dude that just does it with his elbow. Like, he'll do like this, the whole motion with just his shoulder.
That's crazy.
Does the movement, and he can get perfect circles every time. It's pretty crazy watching it happen.
I'm gonna put this here so that way you can see that it's a window.
The traditional cross.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this here.
You know, there's crosses on your door, on the doors too, when they make doors. Yeah, I think this is a really good little project. I think Kaylee would enjoy doing this.
Yeah. I think it's cute. And I think it. And I'll tell you this, the reason why I like this chalk paint is because if you mess up, you can get it back off easily. So I did a house yesterday and my hand had paint on it and I didn't realize it, and I stuck it onto the block. And what I did was I went to the sink and got a wet paper towel and I just wiped the whole front of the house off. And then I took off the wet paint, and then after I wiped it back off with a dry cloth or whatever, I did hit it up a little bit more with the sand, because I did sand off a few spots where the paint was like in the ingrain, and then I sanded that off, and then I restained it, and it was fine. So it wasn't the end of the world. It's because chalk paint, you can, use water to get it going, to get it off.
Up until a certain point.
Yeah, up until a certain point, yeah. But as long as it's fresh like that, you can, and if with wood, there's ingrain, so, obviously it probably will get into the grain, and that will take a little bit more sanding off. But as far as like for this, it did.
Tina asked, do you think you could put Dixie Belle in an icing bottle to draw on the house?
So I did some research and I was looking for like these little squirt bottles, and I found them and I forgot to show them to you. But I was like, I don't see why you couldn't. You would probably need to add water to the bottle and then shake it up really well, because it's going to be so thick.
But icing bottles are made for thick product.
It's true. But I still think you would have to water it down just a tad, because depending on the color, because some Dixie Belle, depending on the color, some is thicker than the other.
Oh yeah, like caviar is super thick.
It's really thick. So that one, most of the time, if I have to use caviar, at some point I'm going to add a drop or two of water into it to mix it up, to make it thick, to thin it out, so it's not too thick. But I found these bottles, and I want to show them to Rodney, because I really want to try that out, because for projects like this, the squeeze bottle would have been so much easier to
Yeah, and if you do one of these gingerbread houses like this one, you can actually see the depth of the chalk paint, which is why when we do furniture and stuff, why we use so much water. Because if it's a quality chalk paint, it's going to be super thick, and that's one of the key characteristics of Dixie Belle, is it is so thick.
And when you're painting something like this, another reason why I was all for using chalk paint on this is because while it's self-leveling when you're painting in flat strokes, when you paint it with like this, you can leave a little bit of the texture on the surface, and that helps with the whole gingerbread. To me, it helps with the gingerbread vibe.
It almost feels like icing.
Yeah, icing.
Yes, just like puff paint.
Yes.
Because you asked me if there was an additive that we could add to it to make it like puff paint, and then that's when you decided to use that brush in particular that you're using now.
Right.
And you got those big old divots like puff paint without having to wait for it to dry up and be puffy.
I'm gonna do my sides too.
Kaylee used to repair her. When Kaylee was young, she loved those little animals, squishies that were made out of that foam.
Right.
And when they would tear her up, Kaylee used to fix them, and puff paint's what she used to use. Because she used to watch this girl on YouTube named Mariah, and that's what she did, was repair people's squishies.
Right.
And so Kaylee would watch those videos as a little kid, probably 5, 6, and 7 years old, and repair her own squishies.
Right. I'm just going to put snow on my roof. Because it's a gingerbread house.
But yeah. That's the only reason I know anything about puff paint, is because I used to buy it for Kaylee so she could fix all those.
I know all about puff paint because my grandma used to make us sweaters with like bears and all kinds of different stuff on it, and it was all puff paint. Yeah, it was outlined in puff paint and stuff like that. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I bet it wasn't too fun to wear to school.
No. She used to make the fire out of those for us. All right, there's my snow on my roof. And then I'm just going to take the end of my brush and give myself a doorknob. And then I'm going to add polka dots wherever I want to.
Look at that. That's so cute. And it's sticking off the surface a good 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, so you just want to let it dry. Trying to make sure before you touch it, because it'll be a little raised up if you do it like this.
Tamitha said, the puff paint sweatshirts. Remember those well.
Yes. Yes, we had them growing up.
I guess I was lucky I didn't. Because my mom would have made me wear that all the time. I
just remember it was a big old bear. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
My dad would use this thing called the perfect punch and make stuff. And then like patches for I burned my jacket up real bad one time. And so getting too close to one of those kerosene heaters, because they put off some heat. And it melted the inside and the back of my jacket. So my dad made patches with the dadgum perfect punch. Then he bought an electric version of it.
Oh, wow.
It was really cool. It was like those big carpet machines. I don't even know if they have those things anymore. Tamitha said they were so stiff, the puff paint shirts. Were they?
Yeah. Like your shirt didn't move. Wherever it was, that was it. And you could peel it off, and we used to get in trouble for peeling it off. Because once you could start peeling the corner of it off, that was it.
Well, why would you want to peel it?
So I wouldn't have to wear it again.
And the truth comes out.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to put dots around here.
I think it would be cool. I think I would put some like 5 dots above the door too. One up above the center, and then 2 on each side.
Trying to keep it straight too.
It's always the hard part for me, is keeping stuff straight. I'm always trying to turn the piece.
That's cute.
Go one more on that right side.
Oh yeah.
Donna Noble. I'm late. I decorate my kitchen in gingerbread. That's a good pattern. Gingerbread's really popular right now. This year especially.
It is. And we can't find, there's hardly any of it in the store. Last year we had so much gingerbread decor. It was crazy. I remember it. But this year it's like nothing. You can't find anything gingerbread in the store. That's how it goes. Okay, so this is my first one. I'm just going to leave it like that. Pretty simple. And then this is on the no pain gel stain.
Yep. With cotton.
Yeah,
with
cotton chalk paint.
Unthinned.
So just what you want to see, if if you're going to put it in your kitchen or something like that, or whatever, sealing it up would be easy. I would just seal it up with a clear coat flat.
Yeah, flat clear coat.
But you want to let it completely dry. So I probably will not be sealing anything up today because I do have the dots. They're raised up. It's not flat, so I don't want to smear it. So it'll take it a little bit longer to dry than versus the flat stuff because it's thicker. It
is wood, Donna. It's stained with that one right there was no pain gel stain.
This is no pain gel stain,
which is oil based, and she's going to do some.
This is
tobacco, Voodoo gel stain.
So that's no pain gel stain, and this is Voodoo gel stain Tobacco Road. So this is water based, and this is oil based. So what I was doing, I showed the difference between the two stains that Dixie Belle makes: oil based, water based. So you can see the difference, but both dry really good. Both are very easy to work with, and
Voodoo dries much faster.
Pretty. So this is an easy, if you're doing indoor crafting, like you're not going outside, you don't have good ventilation, the Voodoo gel stain is the way to go because it's water-based. It doesn't produce any smells. The oil-based gel stain, you're going to want to have it in a ventilated area because it's oil-based. Yep. It does have the, what do you call it, the
VOCs.
VOCs, yeah.
Tabitha said, you hoped that you would get it so stained up that you didn't have to wear them in public again, talking about the puff paint shirts. And then Tina says she loves the house. You could make a beautiful gingerbread village.
Well, that's what the 3's for, yeah. Yeah.
By the time it's over with, we'll have
By
9.
the time it's over with, I'm hoping to have 9, the whole 2 set going over here. So I'm going to do this one. Let's see. How do I want to do this one? Yeah, I'll do this one differently. Okay. This one, I think I want to put a little bit more on it. That one's just my basic one. Okay, so again, we'll start off with my door.
Donna says she likes both colors.
I do too. They're both really good.
Yep. Just burnt gingerbread and ripe gingerbread.
Yeah. I like darker colors. So it's not a surprise for me to go.
So what are you doing there?
I'm trying to make sure I get a straight line.
Would you like a pencil?
No. I'm just going to use my ruler.
You're going to freehand it?
To give me a straight line. I don't really do gingerbread. That's not my decor style, really. But
well, this looks really good.
Yeah, these are really cute. I think they're very neutral.
The great thing is you wouldn't have to do them in gingerbread. You could do them in different colors and just have a house thing year round.
Oh, a little wooden house. That would be cute. And you could use color. You could, barn red or rustic red would be really pretty on here. Green.
Oh yeah, you could
make like a green wreath on there.
You could use barn red and mix a little bit of black in with it, and then create bricks.
You could just
that would be crazy. It'd be a lot of work, but it would look really good.
Like you could add more detail to it. Like on that door, you could put a green wreath on it, and I think that would be pretty.
Oh yeah. That would be, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And put some Christmas balls on it.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little bush out in the front yard.
I think it would be pretty. I always do my snow on the rooftop last because I move the block around so much. But I always try to keep in mind like how far up I'm wanting to go because I want the snow to come down. So just think of that. When you're doing it, if you do it or whatever, like I wouldn't quite start out putting my snow on the top because you don't want your hands to get on it. And if you're like me, I just move it around. I have to. I don't have steady hands when it comes to detail work like this. I have steady hands when it comes to painting furniture though. I can do that. But for this, I feel like it's just a little bit different.
Well, and you were putting that screw in that slot for me the other day on the washing machine. Your hand was pretty steady too.
It's just this kind of work I've not. When the smaller it is, the harder it is for me.
So we had bought a Maytag washer during COVID, and it's been a problem machine since we've gotten it.
Since we got it.
And
everybody said don't buy, appliances after or like right after COVID or whatever. They were like, don't buy appliances, don't buy COVID appliances. But we bought it right, and
it was still going on.
Yeah. That sucker gives it, and it's a Maytag.
Yep. But we finally got it this last time.
Yeah.
They sent a repairman out the first 2 times, and then this last time
the repairman came because it was came with a bad. It came with something that was bad.
The transmission was bad, and then the gear shift mechanism for the transmission
knew it.
was bad.
Yeah, they knew it because the original piece they couldn't, that it was supposed to have, they couldn't get it or whatever.
Yeah, so they manufactured the wrong size piece for it temporarily until they could get the real one made at the Whirlpool, because that's actually who owns Maytag. Apparently, is Whirlpool. And
it worked for a good minute with the bad piece,
but the springs on the suspension, because it's a top load, the springs on the suspension were bad. So we ordered a kit off of Amazon, and that did not work for about 2 days.
Yeah.
And then it started shaking. The canister was hit. It was so loud.
It's loud.
But you got to wash clothes anyways.
Yeah, when you're doing laundry. Yes, it is loud.
So I was able to finally order the proper Maytag parts Saturday.
Yeah.
And they came in yesterday, so we went ahead and fixed it. And it is perfect.
It was crazy too because when the first time it messed up and we had to wait on Maytag to come and get it, it was like to have a nice brand new washing machine sitting in your laundry room, but you're all sitting at the laundromat.
Yeah.
Because that's literally what we had to do. You couldn't use it. We had to go to the laundromat.
And it took them almost a year to get all the parts for it.
But our kids thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
Going to the
well,
laundromat.
The 2 young ones did. They thought it was fun to go to the laundromat. I was like, y'all.
We finally got it fixed, though, so we're good.
Yeah. It's still loud.
But it doesn't shake and beat the side of the thing anymore. Knocking stuff off the walls.
Golly, it was so loud. It's just so loud. It's horrible. All right, 2 windows.
Now it's just a belt squealing, which I have the new belt. I just haven't put it on yet.
Yeah, put it on. Wonder if I can do a little squiggly line.
Make it to church. Just add a steeple and a cross to the top.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. That one would.
That'd be more difficult to cut. This wood's thick, so it's harder for me to cut more detailed stuff on it.
Could
handsaw it.
Yeah.
Probably be about as fast, honestly, because of the thickness.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give it a little swirl.
So what's the swirly thing?
I don't know.
Just a cool design element.
Yeah. It's just.
It's looking good so far, I think. I'm really digging it.
I think it's fun. It's kind of relaxing, and
that scientific study I read you yesterday
be creative.
Said that doodling.
Because like gingerbread houses, is there a wrong way to do a gingerbread house? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Yeah. I think that it can be however you want it to be.
We used to buy those kits every year for the kids, and then we would never be able to finish it and actually get it to hold together except for one time.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Swirlies are Victorian gingerbread house accents, Tamitha said.
Okay.
There you go. It's Victorian.
It's Victorian. This one's fancier.
Yep, fancy. May made it crafts. Watching from shipping.
Nice.
Try making them with Pop-Tarts. A gingerbread house with Pop-Tarts? Holy cow.
That sounds right up Kaylee's alley.
Yeah, she eats Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, that sounds right up her alley. That sounds right up her alley. I'll have to tell her that. I think she would like that a lot.
Oops, my boss is here. Got to scoot.
Jasmine shipping.
No, May's watching it from shipping.
Oh.
I did that last year with my grandkids using Pop-Tarts. They turned out so cool. Or they turned out really cute. Sorry, I added my own words.
Yeah, I bet they do. I think Kaylee would love that. Because she saw that kit the other day and she was like, we need to make gingerbread houses.
So every year she wants to make them.
Every year, yeah.
Every year they are made unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
Because I can never get them to stick together. I even bought buttercream. Wasn't that what it was? That cream that everybody uses to hold, buttercream icing or whatever that you use to hold the gingerbread together. I even bought that stuff extra, and it didn't hold well. It's probably just me. I'm just probably not capable of doing it. We did them live on YouTube last year, and they were delicious, May said.
I remember that. They also made pancakes last year.
Pancakes, yeah. Pancakes are good. I like pancakes. With maple syrup swirled into the mix. Yeah. That's essentially just a McGriddle. If you throw a piece of sausage and egg in the middle.
Yep.
He didn't have to go there. The I take it something didn't go right with the pancakes, maybe?
They turned out fantastic, didn't they? Isn't that what that was?
Uh-oh.
Wasn't it fantastic? It'd be like if I made pancakes.
Oh, no. You don't make bad pancakes, though. The eggs. You're not good at cooking the eggs.
No. I don't like cooking. I'm going to put my snow up here. I want to see if I can... I kind of want to do like just like a big...
Tamitha said, I'm not sure those could be called pancakes.
The pancakes that she did last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. That's the best live I've ever watched.
That I don't doubt.
No. It was just funny. Oh, gosh.
I think the ones where people laugh a lot are always really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Those are usually the best.
Oh, they had a good time. You could tell.
Ooh, a big bay window.
That's what I'm going for.
A cute big bay window. What are you going to do for the big house?
I have no clue. The big house is actually stressing me out because there's so much space to work with, and I don't want to overdo it, but at the same time.
At the same time, you don't want to underdo it.
Right. This one has a knot in the wood, but it's okay.
It's naughty.
Yeah.
Naughty. Naughty wood.
Naughty wood.
You naughty piece of wood. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. I think out of all the things to do, is the putting the snow on the rooftop and the polka dots is my favorite thing to do on these.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I think it's. I'm gonna put.
You think it's the most fun?
Yeah, it's putting the. I like doing the polka dots the most, and making the snow on the roof.
It's funny when she was doing the first one, she did the front sides, and then come back in. I fell asleep, and I woke up and come in here, and she was still painting. She was painting the back sides of them. I was like, "Holy cow, you're still working on those?" And she was like, "No, I did another design on the back." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. I made them double-sided, is what you could with these too. I mean, you could do Christmas on one side and then just regular houses on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, we're all about the dual purpose stuff around here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I want a new tool, I need to explain exactly why I want this new tool. Or be like Kaylee with her when Kaylee comes to us with a birthday list, she gives us a PowerPoint presentation of why she wants it and why we should get it for her. Yeah, it's the most hilarious thing in the world.
She's extra when it comes to that. You could put windows on the side.
You could. You have to have a really steady hand for that. I think, because the sides are 1.5 inches.
Just thinner, yeah. So it's no big deal. I mean, well, yeah, I mean, just smaller brush, steady hand.
But it is doable.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little dots around it. I think that's really gives it that gingerbread look.
If you do use colors, you could do like red and green and do like Christmas lights, red and green.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
We always think of this stuff when as we're doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you.
We never think of it ahead of time.
Mm-mm.
Made me laugh.
That's how it goes.
That looks cool.
I think the dots tie things together.
It would be like the tree in the back. So we tried to trick the kids, but we didn't want to get the big tree out of the shed this year because a bunch of stuff's in the way. So we tried to trick the kids, and we went and got a pencil tree to put in the house. Well, they knew right away that it wasn't the tree when they found out that it was white lights, and it was a pre-lit, because we don't buy pre-lit trees, and they know that I like color lights. So Kaylee come in and just said that she would go down to the shed and get the tree herself.
And that's exactly what she did.
And she did. She went down to the tree and got it herself.
She drug that sucker out, fluffed it.
And then decorated it.
She
had you put the lights on there for her.
So we have 2 Christmas trees in the same room.
Yep. One behind Missy, and the other one's over there beside where my computer
One's white light, one's colored light. So one has all the ornaments from the kids' favorite ornaments and all that kind of stuff. And then my tree has all my vintage Santa ornaments and elves and stuff like that.
Tina said, "How many trees do you put up?"
I
Usually
normally just one. But this year I have 2, and the big one is big.
It's big.
It's big and fat. Takes up a lot of space. And that was the whole reason why I didn't want to put it up this year, because I didn't feel like moving furniture. Usually I have to move a recliner out of the house, out of the room, in order to put that tree up. But where we normally put it up at. But this year, no.
Yeah, this year we can't.
I ended up moving a bookshelf out of the way to put this tree up for her, because Christmas was ruined.
And then Gavin, when he walked in the house, he wasn't here during all this. So when he walked in the house and saw that other tree, he was like, "God, I can't believe Uncle Rodney let you get that tree."
He said, "I know that ain't our tree. I know that ain't our tree." God.
It was so funny.
Then he walked around the corner and he saw the big one. He was like, "Oh, okay," and then walked off. I was like, "Get out of here, kid! You talking that mess with that tree."
Between Kaylee and Gavin, both of them getting upset about that tree.
You'd have thought Christmas was just
canceled. That is what Kaylee was.
That is what she said. You might as well just cancel Christmas.
Cancel Christmas.
Oh, she's extra. She's funny. She drug that tree out and drug it all the way up here. So after that, it was like, okay, well, we're putting up 2 trees.
Carol said the dots are everything.
That's what I think too.
And then Tamitha said, "Ooh, love this one." And then she turned around and said, "I'm coming for that Santa." Tamitha, I don't know if you've seen all the. I wish I could zoom in and show you. There's more than just that one Santa on that tree. There's probably 50 old vintage Santas on that Christmas tree.
On the pencil Christmas tree too.
There's a face. I can see a face from right here. Right, it's crazy.
And then I have the vintage Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
And then vintage reindeers.
Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs Christmas.
Well, not on that tree, but yeah, the
ceramics.
Yeah. So, I have a wooden train that was, my grandfather gave it to me. I guess it was my grandmother's. And I cleaned it up, and it's got Santa driving the train. It's just a wooden old train. I don't know, nothing special about it. And I have the 7 dwarfs from Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I have all 7 of them, and I put them all in the train, in the caboose of the train. So it looks like Santa's pulling the train with all the 7 dwarfs. They're my favorite. And then my other favorite Christmas is Sleeping Baby. The vintage baby doll.
Oh yeah, that creepy
it's a
thing.
Vintage. It's not creepy. It's a vintage baby doll, like probably 1950s, right? And it's wearing pinstripe red and white Christmas outfit with a little hat, and he's got his hands under his face like that, and he's just sleeping, and he's all laid down. And so every year I get him out and I put him underneath the Christmas tree, because it's Sleeping Baby under the Christmas tree. And the pencil tree is in a basket, so it's a short Christmas tree. So I put a box in there to raise the Christmas tree. I put a box in the basket and put the tree in the basket to raise it up. And I put a white blanket in there, and I put Sleeping Baby underneath the Christmas tree. And that's what I do every year. And the kids will say, every year I bring him out, and the kids is all like, "There's Sleeping Baby again."
I think Sleeping Baby's creepy.
I love Sleeping Baby. I think Sleeping Baby is the cutest. All right, let's do this house, and then I'm going to move on to the Tobacco Road so we can see the difference between the 2 stains. So,
Oh my stars, better lock the doors at all time. I'm heading that way. Tamitha.
If they come up missing, I know who did it for sure. I know.
Now we got a lot of people saying Maymay's pancakes are the bomb. And then Maymay said, "Look out, I called on the Maidits for support."
I knew it. Yeah. I knew it.
They're the best pancakes ever.
They are. It was funny. It was fun to watch.
Does everybody call them pancakes, or some people call them flapjacks? Because isn't that what Shop used to call them, was flapjacks?
I can't remember.
I always called them pancakes.
That's how I've always known them.
Sleeping Baby.
Sleeping Baby. I can get Sleeping Baby and show it to him. Sleeping Baby is my favorite.
Polly
and guess
said
where
some
I got it
people
from?
do call them flapjacks.
Yeah, I got Sleeping Baby from guess where? From Rustique Relics.
They could have never guessed that.
Could you guess that?
Now she's going to run and get Sleepy Baby, guys. Or Sleeping Baby. You should bring one of those Santa Clauses, too.
This is the ornament that Tamitha's talking about.
Yeah, so she's got Sleeping Baby and Santa. Oh my gosh.
That's...
Hold on, let me switch main camera. There you go.
This is one of many of my vintage Santas. So he's pretty big. And he had the sticker on the bottom of it, and it's so messed up I can't tell. So I can't tell where it came from or anything like that. But he's old. He's old and very stiff. So I love him.
Oh my heart, Santa is beautiful.
Yeah. And
here's Creepy Sleepy Baby.
That's Sleeping Baby. How cute is that? He's not creepy.
Polly said, "Oh, I love both, but Sleeping Baby is adorable."
Thank you. I love Sleeping Baby. I love Sleeping Baby.
Lorna said flapjacks is a cowboy thing.
There you go.
From Yellowstone.
I don't watch Yellowstone, but
you knew who I was trying to be when I walked in here with a cowboy hat and my,
I know enough
and
about
my Levi's jacket on.
Yeah, I know enough about Yellowstone.
Tamitha said he's cute, but Santa's better.
She likes Santa better.
May said full creep. I told you.
On Sleeping Baby?
Yeah, full creep. Sleeping Baby. More May makes the best pancakes.
Sleeping Baby is cute. That hurt my feelings.
You done hurt Missy's feelings. Full creep.
My feelings is hurt.
Well, you the one that said I watched some video about pancakes too.
Her live.
Yeah, that was you was tripping first.
I can take that.
But now you're all like, creeping baby.
My sleeping baby.
You mean creeping baby?
Sleeping Baby. He's sleeping. He's cute. I love Sleeping Baby. I'd put him out every year. I'd put him out. I do put him out every year. I'd leave him out year long if I could.
She used to leave that train out year long. I know that. It would be up under the TV.
If I knew my kids wouldn't torture the baby.
Hey, Becky. She said, make fun of my pancakes. I call out Sleeping Baby.
Aww. That's all right.
Auntie Gliss said, hi all. Sleeping Baby's precious. I see nothing creepy at all.
Thank you.
And some dolls do creep me out. Hey, we had a creepy doll in the store one time. It had 3 faces on it. It was 3 faces.
Somebody bought that baby.
And it was expensive.
Mm-hmm. It was a porcelain doll. It was rare. Somebody bought it. But I'm telling you, that joker would scare you. And there used to be this other doll in our store. Whew, she was scary.
Yeah, the one
with
the other face peeling off. Yeah.
She was scary.
Oh.
I don't know where she ended up.
May remembers it. She said that one was creepy. The 3-face baby.
The 3-face baby doll? Yeah, that doll was scary. That doll was scary.
It was even in a glass case.
Yes, I remember that too. Yes. Yeah, she was scary. Somebody bought her though. It was a good day.
Marilyn said gingerbread houses are really in this year. I like that you're using a ruler.
Yeah, that's to get straight.
So you can get those straight lines.
To get as straight as I possibly can.
You better use that ruler.
Cause I don't draw straight. I can't even do this one straight, and I'm trying not to be straight.
And everybody's letting you know, May's pancakes are the best.
I believe it.
Polly said that Sleeping Baby was precious.
Thank you. I like Sleeping Baby.
I think May did show her on a walkthrough video, that creepy 3-headed thing.
She might have. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because that one was up front. It was close enough so Wi-Fi wouldn't cut out.
Yeah, she was in the store for a while before she sold, but...
People always buy things you wouldn't think would sell. That is the truth.
That is...
the most truest
That is how
thing.
our store works.
I mean...
That is how our store works. It's always what you don't think.
Sometimes I'm so shocked at the thing that sells.
And it's even more so at this time of year, because like people are like Christmas shopping and stuff like that, and they'll see something and that for somebody, you know, and then they'll buy it for them or whatever. But like it's always weird stuff. The minute you think something won't sell,
yeah, there was that thing that we had. Well, I can't remember what it was. We put it out there. I said that thing ain't gonna sell, and it didn't last an hour.
I just found a pair of Christian Dior vintage eyeglasses that they were huge. They like took up your whole face. But if you know anything about that, they're really expensive, and
they sold.
They were prescription for somebody else, and sure enough, they sold. They didn't even last a week. But that's what, like, people think old glasses like that don't sell. They do. But the girl who bought them, she knows a company that will put new lenses in it with her prescription, and she can't wear contacts or something like that. So she bought them, and she's going to send them to that company with her prescription, and they'll put prescription lenses in it to fit those glasses.
Yeah.
They do it just for, like, old vintage glasses and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. Really, really cool.
They looked neat. They looked like something you see out of a 1960s or 70s movie, like a James Bond flick.
Yeah, Kat put them on, and I was like, "Dang girl, you missed your time frame." They fit her. She looked just like she could have put on some bell bottoms, and then she would have looked exactly like somebody from the 60s or 70s. It was good. She looked really good. I was like that, and they were up there, and them girls were just putting them on, taking pictures, taking selfies, messing around with them. And then when I looked closer at them, I realized that they were Christian Dior or whatever. And I was like, these girls is playing around with glasses that can easily run and cost $200-$300.
Marilyn says she just sold a Sunbeam mixer that she's had since 1975 because the woman wanted to use a mixer like her mom had.
Mm-hmm. We've sold the
Sunbeam.
Sunbeam.
It still worked great.
The mixers do.
The old Sunbeams?
Yes, yeah. we sold them in the store.
We had that one that came with jadeite mixing bowls, so it was from the 40s.
Mm-hmm. Them suckers.
Old Oster and old Sunbeam.
Yes.
Because they were made here.
And they were made to last. That's the thing about it. They were good.
Auntie Gliz says she's very into nostalgic things from her childhood right now. I've been that way for a while. Like, Emily bought me something that I saw at the store that I was like, ooh, I wish I could have that. And it was a Handy Andy toolkit from when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And Emily bought it for me for Christmas. And I actually still have it. It's a really cool gift. I won't use it because obviously it was made for kids. But I had one when I was a kid, and it brought back some really nostalgic memories of playing with that Handy Andy toolkit.
There's one more in the store.
Yeah, but the one that Emily got me is exactly like the one I had. Yeah. Folding ruler and everything.
Yeah.
That blue-handled saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Is this one going to be like an apartment?
It does, Becky. It comes in the clear coat. I would make it like an apartment. That would be cool. Or like a 3-story building. We just upgraded from a 1970 side-by-side fridge. It finally kicked the bucket. I was so sad to see Ethel go. My oven and stove are still doing strong. Holy cow. We had a
1970s?
Yeah, we had that refrigerator we had at the store was from 1978, and it just quit working 6 months ago.
Yeah, it was this year when it quit working.
Yeah, that was from 78.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you can't keep a fridge in your house more than 10 years, and it'll die.
I guess I'm just going to do it this way.
Because we had to replace ours. It was made in 82. The one that came with our house, we had to replace it, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
It lasted a long time, too. Our first washer and dryer set was 1982.
Kenmore. The Kenmore, my papa gave it to me, and that sucker, it was a small, really small. You couldn't wash comforters or blankets or anything in it. Remember how small it was?
Yeah, I do.
It was little, but that sucker worked. And when I upgraded and got a bigger one, it was still working when we gave it to somebody else. And that sucker sat on my papa's porch.
It sat out in our carport after we got it replaced. No, it sat out on our back porch because we still lived at the other place.
Yeah, down the road.
Maymay's pancakes were the bomb.
I'm gonna get grief. I'm gonna get grief for that.
You are gonna get grief for it. I remember a video about pancakes.
I remember when she made pancakes. Yeah. Should I do 3 windows or just 1, 2, and 2?
I'd do 3 on that row, and then I'd do 1 on the top.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Let's see.
Harvest Gold. Her appliances were Harvest Gold from 1970. That's that. That's a yellowish color. You remember that house we looked at with the old appliances in the old bathroom? It had a KitchenAid. They had a KitchenAid dishwasher in it, and it was an old dishwasher. It had the pink.
Full pink bathroom.
It had the full pink bathroom.
A full green bathroom.
And the appliances were that white with the black retro, like a flooring. How they used to trim everything like they did the checkerboard floors. That house was pretty neat. And the refrigerator was shaped funny too. I think that fridge was probably from the 40s or the 50s.
I couldn't get past the bathroom.
We had avocado green. Mom even painted our house avocado green.
That's what it was. Avocado green bathroom. Full shower, tiles, floors, every countertops, the whole works. Yeah. I walked into that bathroom and I was like, oh man.
Because it had both bathrooms. That one was pink.
One was pink and one was avocado green. Yep. And I was like.
Yeah, it was around the top fridge that was in there. Becky asked that. Polly said your gingerbread houses are great. I think so too.
Thank you.
I told you.
So do a bay window or a circle window?
I'd do a circle. Like at your mom's house, how the upstairs had that big circle window.
Because my snow will go through here. Or I can do another line and then do the swirlies. I'm going to do a line and swirlies, yeah. Because then my snow will go through here.
Auntie Gliss said that's a lot. Yeah, the pink and the green avocado in one house.
In one house, it was a lot. And it was a nice house. It was big. It was the right size. But man, I was thinking right off the bat, you're gonna have to do a bathroom, 2 bathroom remodels, 2. And you know what else was crazy about the house was the bathrooms were side by side. So you walk down the hallway and here's a door and it led into the green bathroom. You walked and then the next doorway was the pink bathroom. They butted up against each other.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That house had another problem though. The basement was always damp and it had carpet. So we would have had to install dehumidifiers or seal it up. It would have been an expensive undertaking.
Yeah.
Even though it was a good priced house, USAA would have never approved that loan. The VA wouldn't have.
They would have seen that bathroom and been like, no.
No, it would have been that threshold at the basement. That whole frame needed to be replaced.
Those bathrooms were fantastic. They were fantastic.
I would buy Harvest Gold appliances tomorrow if I could find it in working condition. It goes well with my Rooster dish collection.
Oh, I bet so.
I bet getting somebody to work on those old appliances would be quite costly.
I bet so.
Because they would have to change out the lines and everything.
Good thing about doing a project like this is you don't use a bunch of your paint.
Well, yeah, you can get a 4-ounce container and last for years doing this. Yeah. Unless you did a whole bunch of them. You could do them this year and pass them out for presents next year. That would be cool. I'll never forget that. It did. It had the ugliest bathrooms. Even the toilet was that color, remember?
Mm-hmm. The whole entire bathroom. Like, you couldn't even tell it was a bathroom until you processed it. And I was like, okay, one's green, and then walked in the next door and bam, all of that mothy looking pink or whatever. Whew.
Polly, Rustique Relics, the video. I still call it Vinny in the video.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. We looked at a lot of houses before we settled on this one, but that was years ago. Because we've been here 8, 9 years now. Yeah, 9. Going on 9.
Yeah, we have been here for 9 years.
Margie Ryan, can you see my comment? No, I don't think so. I see that one. But I don't see any earlier. Polly said, okay, I Vinny'd the video.
Thank you. Vinny the video.
Yeah, Margie, I don't see, all I see is the last comment that you just made where you said, can you see my comment?
Let me get my snow on here so I know exactly if I'm going to have to add something else to the top. Or just make my snow bigger.
And I didn't get a notification that anything was blocked. Isn't it roddening the video?
Yeah.
No, roddening the videos is when you spruce it up with all kinds of cool splash effects and fireworks.
I like how Vinny will say, guys, we have so and so many people watching and only so and so many thumbs up. It's a good reminder.
It is. He's really good at that. I'm not so much. I forget a bunch of stuff.
He's on them. That's the first thing I do when I get on my videos is go ahead and like them.
Sharon says she's late, but she loves these.
They're cute. Thank you. Okay, so these gingerbread houses are on the oil-based no paint gel stain. That's what I did these on. And then I have another set of houses, which I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of them. But I do have another set that's with the Voodoo gel stain that's water-based. So there's a difference. There's difference in the color. And then these are, the Voodoo gel stain doesn't have any smell. So it's really easy to do that inside the house.
Yeah.
And now I'm just doing my favorite part, which is the polka dots.
And the advantage of Voodoo is it's quick to clean up.
Yes.
It dries really fast, so you can stain something, and by the time you're done with the third board, like in the case of these houses, by the time you've stained the third board, you can start painting the first board, and by the time you finish painting the second one, the third one's dry already.
Right.
Which is amazing. And we use the tobacco road a lot, and on bigger stuff, we tend to use the.
On furniture, I tend to use the no paint gel stain, but on crafts like this, I like the Voodoo gel stain because you can do it inside, especially this time of year because it's cold. Who wants to be outside doing the work like that?
Yeah, no.
So
that and your cure time in the cold is a lot longer too.
Yeah, it is. That makes a difference in what your humidity is and all that kind of stuff. So if you're just trying to do inside simple crafts like this, the Voodoo gel stain works wonderful for that. And it's water-based, so cleanup is easy. You don't have to worry about losing any brushes or anything like that.
And my favorite is the fact that it doesn't put off that stank smell.
It doesn't have any smell. Yeah, so.
Because if y'all know from watching the videos, I don't like stuff that smells strongly. Whether it's got VOCs or not, I just don't like if it smells strong, I just don't like it.
I'm not joking. The polka dots are my favorite.
Becky just said, I really like those polka dots.
Me too. They're my favorite.
Polly said, you're so talented.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Auntie Gliz agrees with me. Instant headache. That's true.
It is.
Missy can handle that better than I can, but I can handle, I can clean with bleach.
I can't.
And she can't.
I can't do bleach.
And for me, it's ammonia. I don't like ammonia at all. Margie says, I'm a new subscriber. Thanks, Margie.
Thanks. So
that really looks, I like the way it looks in those swirls.
Yeah, I can do another line here. I'm just gonna put some polka dots.
You're polka dotting this one up.
I like polka dots.
It does look good though.
I'm just trying to.
This is a great idea. Dots and stripes. Well, sorry if we missed comments. We are packing and watching.
Packing and watching. I'm just going to do a thin line right here.
Most of the comments, if you missed any, were about your pancakes being so awesome.
Mayonnaise pancakes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's looking really good. It looks good in person, for sure. And on camera, I think it looks pretty good.
I don't think I'm going to put anything around the windows.
I wouldn't, but you don't make it too much.
Let's see, this is one set.
Now you got to do the roof.
Oh, yeah.
On both of those.
Sure do. That's easy.
All right, I put you in a forward-facing camera.
This is adding some snow to the roof.
Adding that snow.
So if you do if you dab it like that, you'll have texture, but however you say it.
Texture.
Texture.
Yeah,
yeah, I said it right.
You said it right the first time.
Yeah.
Texture.
Texture.
Texture, texture. Read all about it.
Dixie Belle's, you can't, it does self-level when you're painting it smooth, but when you do it like this, it will stay like that. It just takes longer to dry, so just keep that in mind.
Mama said, Missy, those are her favorite. Kathy said, I love these.
Thank you.
Everybody's saying they're adorable and cute.
Thank you, thank you.
Even Margie said they're so cute.
Well, then these, I told Mama she could have she could pick out whichever one she wanted.
You're getting some hearts too.
Thank you. They're cute.
Then you should show the ones where you practiced too.
I'll show my practice ones, yeah.
Yeah, show them your practice ones.
Let me get the snow.
Because Missy be practicing, y'all.
I can't. I have to know what it's going to turn out like. I can't.
Like, I'll wing stuff. She
can't
practices.
wing it. I'm like, I got to know if I can do this or not.
Extra texture, texture.
Texture.
Oh, man, that's great. Let's add some texture to this.
Texture on it. Give it some texture.
Tina said they're beautiful. Janice said they're so adorable.
Thank you. It has a
Just
lot
in case
of
you're wondering why I'm telling Missy this, she can't see the screen because we're faced opposite directions.
All right, that's one set.
Yeah, those are really good.
Okay.
May said she's the queen of winging it. Not Missy.
Not me.
She's got to practice, and tell me that I need to practice too. But then I get on there and just wing it.
Not the queen. So once they're all dry, then you can seal them up with a clear coat, and then they're durable, and your stain is sealed up, and then your paint is sealed up. So these I did. This is what I was practicing on. Let me get this one up.
Those will make an awesome Christmas display.
So this is my practice set. But I did both sides of them, which that's why I was saying you could do both sides of them.
Because she was practicing different designs.
I love the polka dot one. Out of all the houses, this side is my favorite.
And I like the other side more. Mm-hmm. See, everybody has different tastes. It's so cool.
And this was actually a stencil. But these, I mean, while they're not small, the stencil is really big compared to.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's how I did that one with a stencil, because I was just testing it out to see how that would work or whatever. But these are the ones that I practice on.
Carol says she likes the polka dot ones a lot.
This one is my favorite.
And they're saying your practice ones are really great too. That's what everybody's saying. So you did a great job. I thought those, when I walked in here last night after I fell asleep and came back in here and she's still working on them, I was like, holy cow, those are amazing.
So this is your, let me grab the one. That's your Voodoo gel stain, and this is your oil-based. But they're going to paint up just the same because this one is completely dry. And it'll literally paint up the same way. But here's the thing. This is water-based. It'll clean up. So, like, you don't want to start out with any water on it. You just want to do your paint.
So you're just gonna paint one.
Yeah, I'll just do this one.
Just that one.
Because it's
just
already $12.25. But it just takes the paint just as good as the.
Christine said houses have a front and back door.
They do.
So, yeah,
so
it does make sense to do it both.
I don't see why you couldn't do both sides.
She'll end up doing both sides. I guarantee it.
Because I really do think that you could make the backside a very basic.
More May's pancakes with a bomb. See? Shannon told them to say it.
I bet Shannon did. So
the best pancakes I never had.
Me and May can pick at each other very easily. It's fun. That's one of my favorite things about hanging out with her, is that we can joke with each other and it's not hurt nobody's feelings or whatever. But I always say, like, I'm like, if I could come up with a smart comment that she would know that I was joking, but I was like, I don't think the rest of the world would think that I was joking, and I probably would get kicked off her YouTube channel.
Yeah, probably.
She would know.
They would make a great centerpiece for your table. Really like it on both sides. Put them in a window and you can see them from both sides, inside and out. That's
if you did a centerpiece in the middle of like your kitchen table or whatever, yeah, both sides would work out really good. I like both sides.
May's pancakes are great.
I love May. I'm going to get a shirt that says I love May's pancakes.
Yep, that's the next thing we're going to do right there.
Thanks, May. I can give me a shirt that says I'll hard makes pancakes. And then you can order them. Now I done lost track of what I'm doing. I done lost it because I'm thinking of pancakes now.
May done said we're pretty rough on each other, but I love you more than my luggage. More than my luggage, lol. That's what somebody said in the comments too.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing on this one now. I done got distracted.
That's the best part. Yeah, I want some pancakes too now.
I do too.
Becky said, now I really want pancakes. I want some pancakes too.
I guess that's what we're having for dinner tonight, is pancakes.
I don't want to do breakfast for dinner.
I want some pancakes until you have to cook it, because you'll have to be the one to cook it.
Yeah, I have to be the one that has to cook anyway.
Kaylee will love it if you did the pancakes. What am I doing? Let me look at these houses.
You got to draw inspiration.
I got to draw inspiration, because now I don't know what I'm doing.
Do one with snow above the door.
Snow above the door?
Yeah. Make some snow above the door.
How would I do that?
Like you did on that one. That's too late now. You already started.
Yeah.
You got a square door.
I got a square door.
Let me get a little portable stove and I'll make y'all some. We got a griddle.
Do you have a griddle? You talking about like doing it like this? Make the door bigger?
No, just make like some snow, like you do the roof, except for down on top of the door.
Oh, okay. I'm not that kind of artist.
You could do it.
No, I'm not that kind of artist.
Lorna says she loves breakfast for dinner. I do too sometimes. It has to be one of those days. I think everybody's favorite dinner around this house is always ramen. After I figured out how to make fresh ramen noodles, everybody wants fresh ramen noodles all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened to cup of noodles? I thought you guys loved cup of noodles.
Everybody in this house that eats some ramen.
But see, here's what happened is Missy started watching Korean dramas on Netflix in Korean. So when she's watching those shows, next thing you know, she's wanting to try the food. So we're having to go buy stuff like kimchi and different noodles. And I'm having to make all this stuff I've never had to make before. So it's becoming a little challenging. It's becoming really challenging, actually. Because some of that stuff that they make is pretty complex.
Right.
And they make it on a daily. Me, I just want to cook some chicken. And maybe a steak or two every now and again. Emily says she's got some fermented kimchi in her fridge right now. We do too. Good.
I would have never thought. And the kids
May said, I totally get that y'all are eating ramen and kimchi.
Surprise!
Yeah, we thought.
Surprise!
So yeah, that's the thing. They do this thing with their fingers like that to make hearts, so they can heart. It's so funny. Rodney's Vittles channel. No, nobody wants to see me cook. I make a huge mess.
Yeah.
Now what I cook is good.
Rodney's, and then Missy's cleaning channel.
Yeah, I dirty a lot of stuff because I use a lot of different pans to cook, 3 dishes.
To cook one dish. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen the fancy donuts they make? No. Yes. The twisted ones around the stick, I saw those. That looks difficult.
I thought that was meat.
No, that was fried donut.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how you would do it. I saw that on that. Where did I see that at? I saw it on one of the shows, and then I saw it on this cooking blog when I was looking up how to make gimbap. And I was like, nope, gimbap's a little out of my league. And teppanyaki, that stuff. I would just have to buy it off the shelf.
I'm good with just ramen.
Just ramen.
Just ramen.
With kimchi. I thought kimchi wasn't going to be all that good, but it turned out it was actually really tasty.
Yeah, it was.
We put it on some rice the other day and it was good.
I was excited about it.
Salmon and rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's Tobacco Road gel stain on this one. That's why this gingerbread house doesn't look like it's burnt in the oven.
Yeah.
It looks like it's cooked perfect. Almost missed that comment. Sorry about that, Carol.
I like the darker one, actually. The darker stain versus the stain.
You always like darker stains.
It's more of my favorite.
Our kitchen table's stained in walnut. Our entertainment or TV stand is made in walnut. So it makes sense that you would like the walnut. With the Voodoo, when you layer your stain, it doesn't get darker. What it does is it spreads that same brown look around until you can get it. You can get it to the point you can't even see the wood grain anymore. It's different in comparison to the stains that we used to use, and gel stain too, because if you keep layering gel stain, it's going to get darker and darker and darker.
So you can go through and put another coat on this board and it'll get darker than that.
Yeah. Just like traditional stain. The only thing is, the big difference between, to me, gel stain and traditional stain, gel stain is easier to apply. You get a smoother result. And honestly, I think it goes a little bit further.
I do too. I honestly.
I mean, you can leave the lid off of it for a little bit. You don't have to worry about it getting thick and chunky at the bottom like you do with traditional stain. Which I'm a huge fan of traditional stain. I've used it for years in furniture building. But gel stain is all we use now. It's just safer to work with too. You don't have to worry about making
it doesn't drip. You don't have no runoff or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't run in. So if you join two pieces of wood loosely, it doesn't run in between the gaps.
So like I can set if I'm doing like a dresser, I can set all the drawers with the face forward, and I can just go through and wipe them without having to worry about it dripping down or anything like that. Or if you're doing like a table, you don't got to worry about it going down. That's one of my favorite reasons for using the gel stain is the cleanup and the process of actually putting the stain on there is really easy. You just want to make sure that you know, if you're using it, use it in well ventilated. So like if you take it outside, use it. You don't want to leave your stain outside in cold, freezing temperatures or the extreme heat, because it can, in the extreme heat, more like liquefy the gel.
It liquefies.
Yeah, and then the extreme cold could freeze it, and then it could be no good. But I would suggest that you do not store any of your Dixie Belle paints or stains or anything like that, your clear coats, outside. It's better to keep them in a more room temperature controlled area versus to leave it in the extreme heat.
That way temperature fluctuations doesn't cause it to separate as quickly
and then if you don't use it for a couple of months and then you bust out that color, you just want to make sure that you're shaking it really good, stirring it up really good, and if it's too thick, just add a little bit of water until it thins out, and
so
it should still
Carol,
be good.
To answer your question about the no paint gel stain, we have several colors that are darker than walnut.
Colonial black.
Colonial black is also darker. There's one more they have a new one. And then on Voodoo, the water-based gel stain, because no paint is oil-based and Voodoo is water-based. And Voodoo, the only color darker than Tobacco Road would be Black Magic.
Yeah. Because it's black.
Becky said, love y'all, gotta go have some lunch. It's not gonna be pancakes probably. And Missy, your houses are too cute.
Thank you for watching.
But yeah, Black Magic's gonna be the darkest color in the Voodoo gel stain.
You can the good thing about the Voodoo gel stains is with like if you were doing a weathered look, and you were wanting the multiple different shades in it,
Yeah.
like a tabletop or something like that, you can do that you can accomplish that with the Voodoo stains, where you really could not accomplish that with oil-based stain,
right,
at all.
Yeah, no, and you can put Voodoo over paint, and that it gives really good results. And then you can paint over Voodoo,
right? And you can
and they can kind of mix together too.
Yeah, you can use it for dry brushing, glazing. You can use it for.
May said I need lunch too. I'm heading out. Love y'all.
See ya. Bye.
But yeah, you can use Voodoo as a like that thing where we're experimenting with making that denim using brushes, 2 different gel stains, and because we used White Magic, we used denim, and then the base coat was buttercream. That would be something neat to demonstrate, but that would be a long video. We'd have to
just do a video,
cut it and then edit it up.
You got to let it dry in between, otherwise you're just gonna smear them together and you're just gonna have a mud puddle.
It takes a wallpaper brush,
yeah,
which not everybody has one of those just laying around.
But yeah,
we didn't. We had to, and we went to Lowe's and they didn't even have one. I had to order it off Amazon. Remember that? But you can pull some really neat paint effects with Voodoo gel stain.
That is why I do like it. Yeah.
And since it's a lot thinner than chalk paint, it turns out really well.
Okay, so there's a house.
All right, let me put it on front view. Sorry, I screen shared. The only thing I screen shared was our website because I wanted to check the colors of the gel stain to make sure I'm right. Where was it at? Stains. Yeah, espresso, colonial black are both darker. I know what it was. American honey is lighter than walnut, but espresso and colonial black is the darkest gel, no pain gel stain that we have. And again, the darkest in Voodoo is Black Magic. I'm going to get some pictures of our paint sticks that we have at the store and put it on our website for the Voodoo, because when you look at the bottles, that's not really the color you're getting.
Because it looks
close,
darker.
But it's not the color you're getting.
In the bottle, you're thinking that you're going to get this really dark brown.
Yeah, but it doesn't work out that way.
But it's not. Even when it's on the lid and it's like that. But that's the Voodoo gel stain that's lighter versus the let's see, do it this way. The oil-based no paint gel stain. But they both turn out really good. They both work perfectly. There's no bleed through on either one of them, so your white paint goes on no problem. I think I think it's the same. Yeah.
What?
Like
the bleed through?
Like there's no bleed through, but like how it's gonna be how thin your paint is versus, that kind of thing. But is which every paintbrush is different too. Some paint brushes grab more than others, but like either one of them didn't give me any problem whatsoever with putting the white paint on top of it and taking it, and then neither one will have a problem with the clear coat. This one you just want to, which on both you want to make sure that the paint is completely dry, but you don't want to overwork your clear coat here on the Voodoo gel stain because it's water based, so the liquid you just want it to be 100% dry, all of your stain, your paint, and everything before you go through and do your clear coat. You can wax this too if you're not into the clear coat and you just want to seal it up with the wax. You seal up the block with clear wax and That's perfectly fine too.
Remember, if you do the no paint gel stain, make sure you let it dry for 72 hours before you put a wax product on it.
Yeah, because you can wax the oil-based gel stain too, but yeah.
But make sure you let it cure.
I always have a tendency of clear coating it. So clear to me, clear coat's easy. You just wipe it on and then it's done. And then it's protected.
Blessed Overlander said, very nice project.
Thank you.
Deborah said that is adorable. Margie said, love it, so cute.
Thank you. Thank y'all guys for hanging out with us today
and for subscribing to our channel.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
And thank you for watching our videos. You want to show them all of them?
Yeah.
One more time? Just for anybody that might have missed the first end.
Let's see.
Got this.
This is actually my practice house, but it's a big one.
That's the one you did today.
Yeah, I did this one today. I did this one today.
Yep.
No, that's it. This is the only one I didn't do today. I did this. These are the 4 that I did today. I think I like them.
Everybody seems to like them. They're saying awesome. Carol said, thank you for the great tips.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for...
If anybody's got any questions, don't hesitate to ask before we call it a day.
Call it a day.
Because, yeah, well, you still got 2 more to go after this, after we get done. But it looks good. I think you did a great job. And thank y'all for watching along with us. And
thanks for hanging out with us
today.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Lorna said, love you.
Love you. Love you.
Yeah. Deborah said, cute village. Tamitha said, thank you for sharing your talents.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. All right, guys, and I guess we'll see y'all next time.
Yep, next
Friday.
Yep.
Have no clue what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out between now and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because I'll put our thumbnail out on Wednesday.
Yep. All right, guys.
Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe.
Yep.
And we will see y'all next Friday, right?
Friday.
And then Tamitha says she's coming for that Santa.
I'll be waiting.
She's coming for that
I'll
Santa.
be waiting for you.
She loves that Santa.
Yeah.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.